How do we reach corporate clients? If you are a consultant, a service provider, a trainer of any kind, and you're wanting to work with corporate clients, there are obviously lots of different ways that you can get there. First of all, I have a whole workshop in the Legends Lab that's openly available to members called How to Get Corporate Clients. So do make sure you go in and watch that one. That's free to all Legends Lab members. But there are a couple of very big differences between doing what's called B2C compared to B2B. B2C means we're going out to business to customer. We're going out to the public. Individual members of the public is B2C. How many of you are B2C? Probably most of you, yeah. B2B means you're going directly to businesses, and this would include your big corporates and your large organizations. This approach and marketing is dramatically different to what we're doing in the public space. They're not going to be on social media necessarily seeing our helpful tip posts. They're not even necessarily going to be looking online and finding blog posts. In fact, one of the best ways for you to get corporate gigs is what's called direct marketing. Now, direct marketing is you directly reaching out to and putting yourself in front of that particular customer. Few ways that we do this that go through in a bit more detail in that course on your Legends Lab dashboard. But what you're going to be doing is, first of all, identifying who your kind of big hit clients are going to be. Those of you in Australia, one way to do that is quite literally to go to Google and type in ASX listed companies, Australia. These are all like the big publicly listed companies in Australia. Those of you who are in the US, you want to be typing in Fortune 500 companies list, and there are actually websites that list all of those companies and will show you who these big, massive corporate clients are that you definitely want to be doing some reach out to. So that's the first thing. You're going to get this big list. The second thing is you're then obviously I normally copy and paste that into a Google sheet, and I will go through and highlight maybe like the top 10 or the top 20 that I would absolutely love to be my clients. From there, you may find, I don't know, maybe one of them is Wesfarmers Group, like that's all of the big Coles and Woolworths type groups that you might be working with. So this is where you're then going to have to, first of all, if you want to win these corporate contracts, you actually do have to do a fair bit of upfront work. Let's pretend it's, let me pick a bank. So I bank with Westpac Bank. I would actually type in Westpac Bank Strategic Objectives 2025 or Strategic Plan 2025. And all of these large companies have a public strategic plan because they are publicly listed companies. It's actually a legal requirement for them to have a public strategic plan. This will show you what the company's core objectives are for the next 1 to 3 years. And it will say things like, we commit to increasing community engagement. We commit to, I know for some of them it might be reducing poverty. We commit to increasing technological advancement in regional communities. I don't know, they will list whatever their commitments are as a corporate entity. So what you're going to do is, this had to be done manually in the past. You're going to copy and paste the strategic plan for Westpac Bank, chuck it into your ChatGPT and say, I am a trainer in these particular things, or I'm a consultant or a service provider in these things. I want to work with this particular client in this way. Please craft a proposal for me that meet the strategic plan of this organization. Then it's going to pump it out for you. You are going to go into the course on your dashboard called How to Get Corporate Clients, because I have pre-made you a training proposal template in Canva that is the actual training proposal template that has made me a lot of money from corporate clients. You're going to paste it all in that template that I've pre-made you, and then you're going to send it out. But who do you send it to? Glad you asked. You now need to know who on earth you're sending the proposal to. This is where LinkedIn comes pretty handy. So now you know you want to speak to potentially the HR manager of Westpac. Let me tell you this, by the way, if you're a service provider, training provider, doing speaking, consulting, it's usually HR manager or HR director, training manager, training and workforce development manager, training workforce management, HR directors, they're all the kind of words, people development officer, those kinds of words. Go to LinkedIn, type in that title, type in the company name. It's all filters that you have inside LinkedIn, and it will show you the names of all of those people. All you have to do then is, if you know that the email convention is firstname.lastname@westpac.com.au, if you know that's the convention of their emails, now you know their name, you know what all the email addresses are. So you're just send it out. And your goal is to book an appointment or a call or a consult with that manager or with that person. I usually would name mine. Hi, Sarah. I am X, Y, and Z. Here's what I do. I'd love to discuss this proposal. Who is the best person to discuss this with, please? That's my call to action with corporates. It's not, can we book it in? It's, who is the best person to discuss this with, please? In corporate, people tend to enjoy handballing to others. If someone can send it from their inbox to somebody else, they will go, it's definitely Jeff who deals with that. Doink, here you go, Jeff, your problem now. So I found that works really well in finding out who the right person is to get in front of. There is more on how to do all those little tricks. And of course, when it comes to using technology, remember that Techmatics is an email marketing system. It is an automation system. So it may be that if you have sent out an email, you pop them into a workflow that will then wait for 30 days and resend it. Wait for 30 days, resend it. Wait for 30 days, resend it. And it'll just keep going around in a little go-to cycle until you get to the right person. Just please be aware there are email sending regulations. Wink. Take that knowledge as you will, but there's certainly no reason why you couldn't put your follow-ups in an automation, as long as you're following the law.